Tony and DMAC just giving you a summary of our most recent webinar in our series. David is the CTO here at Crystal Delta, and he has spent a great deal of time working within RMIT Online, specifically around the Xenops platform, which is a customised version of Open edX that RMIT Online uses as part of its short course strategy. We spent time talking to a whole variety of folks from Fiji through to, right across Australia. So our attendees listened to a great deal of really useful information. DMAC gave them a very detailed and quite instructive, I think, look under the bonnet. DMAC, you were quite central to the spinning up of Open edX. The CIO, Ed Young, was very clear about not wanting to actually take on problems that the business didn't need to. That wasn't his core approach, his core strategy. Can you talk a little bit about the process that Ed went through and why Open edX was selected? Because there were lots of options out there.
Yeah, I think Open edX, it offers a great balance of features for particularly an online short course platform, particularly in marketing courses where online learners can discover courses and course content that interests them, and then enroll and pay for those courses, and then start the course journey and complete those courses. So feature set, it is very good, and its strength is online short courses. But then the main reason, because there are other platforms that do similar type things, but being an open source software, it gave RMIT the ability to then customize the experience, both the learner journey that they go through as they learn, and also some of the operational side as well. And things like Credly integration, video conferencing, and better collaboration with Slack integration were some of the key differentiators from a standard Open edX deployment and what we did in Xenops.
It's a good point you raise about those integrations and the ability to do these things quickly, because the opportunity that was presented to RMIT Online with Apple was to host, I guess renew some existing course software that Apple had in the marketplace around iOS programming, but to put an RMIT brand on that, and that was across not just the platform, but also the learner journey.
That's right. Making
sure that the platform actually aligned to the commercial journey that paying learners would go on. Solutions like Canvas and Bridge, whilst they can speak to some of these components, didn't have all of the pieces, all of the elements that RMIT Online needed. And the other thing was that this whole process, as we said in the webinar, it took 8 weeks from ideation with Apple through to first paying students enrolled and online. And DMAC, you didn't have that much time.
No, from, like you said, the idea being conceived through to building and having a live system out there was an 8-week turnaround time. And along with that was choosing which system we were going to deploy as well. So it was a very quick turnaround time to pretty much create an online university with everything from marketplace, payments, offering the learning management system, LMS, e-commerce, and importantly analytics, so that you can learn about the learner journey and how the learners are interacting with the platform. So there's a lot to do in a short time.
Yeah, and I think really, and I was working within RMIT Online at that point, and if we're brutally honest, you really probably only had 4.5 weeks from the decision being made, the trigger being pulled, to having it up and going and testing it. The interesting thing for me was the process through which RMIT Online went to choose Open edX, the extensibility, the commercial frameworks, the ability to grab a lot of the transactional and behavioural data, which was of key interest to the RMITO business strategy. That was really, really important. But the other piece was, as DMAC has said, the ability to have that extensibility to plug in these additional components. So whether it's Credly, which is being used by the 21cc initiative within RMIT as that credentialing engine, whether it was using Slack because of the requirements that the co-branding element of this course design brought forward, Open edX was the right solution.
Yeah, absolutely. So it does have a very good community as well. So if we do get stuck at any time, you can reach out to a open edX community of developers, and that enabled us to move very quickly as well. So it was a very good choice in the end, and it has been very successful for MIT Online.
Yeah, it was a good session. Do go to our YouTube channel. The videos are always posted there. Additionally, with this particular webinar, as with the first, the deck that was driving the conversation will be posted. This particular deck has 3 or 4 slides at the end, which would be really useful if you're having internal conversations with your leadership or your broader team. And it talks about the features, the capabilities of Xenops, which is the customized version of Open edX that RMIT Online uses. So do download that. Don't hesitate to contact us if you've got any questions. And the next webinar will be specifically around the tools which Crystal Delta has developed for the migration that RMIT went through from Blackboard to Canvas. We've been demoing some of these with some of the larger unis around the country, and I have to say, the feedback that we're getting is quite remarkable. So do look forward to that one. We'll post out the information as normal, and we'll see you next time. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.